So, Cardi B asked, am I the drama? And for a lot of us, the answer is yes. But not because we're messy or, we keep stuff going or start stuff. The drama really isn't you. It's the tools that you've been told or that you have chosen to use. And hear me when I say this. I don't mean literal tools. I mean the figurative tools like perfection, fixing everything, shrinking, being hyper vigilant, and monitoring yourself so that others are comfortable. Those are the tools that I mean. So, for example, my tool used to be collecting planners or having a whole bunch of diaries and organizers and all those different types of things. And the reason that that tool or those tools caused drama in my life was because I was using them to prove, in essence, that I was ahead of things, on top of things, that I knew what I was doing, that I was the person. And that is really drama that's just dressed up as being productive. So the tools look helpful. They are helpful, but they are really just the way we use them as high performing, overachieving, perfectionist driven women who are trapped on that cycle of being seen as whatever way you want to be seen, typically the most intelligent, most dedicated, most hardworking. Those tools are helpful, but the way we use them because of the way we are, the way we show up as doers, as women who just have this intrinsic internal desire to do because we don't feel safe otherwise. So they keep us proving instead of just living our lives and instead of just using them for the useful tools that they really are. They're what they, right? So now the tools that I use, even the planners and those types of tools, are the ones that bring me back to myself. So in essence, a tool enhances drama or keeps drama when it's outside or separate from you, when it's not aligned, when it feels heavy, when you're using it to disguise or mask who you are on the inside, or when you don't even know yourself and you're using it to prove or perform. A tool that is simple and in alignment is one that allows you to reconnect or show who you are, or be authentic. And so I'm going to bring it back to Cardi B in the sense that, am I the drama? I am the drama when I'm using tools that keep me in that perfectionism loop, that keep me performing, pretending, that keep me always proving that I'm this and I'm that. But I'm not the drama when my tools or the things that I use in my life are in alignment with who I am or don't or allow me to be who I am, right? I hope that makes sense. So in this case, my journal, and I shared in some videos back that that's one thing that I really incorporated into my life and that had helped me to unhook from the performance stereotype that I was on. Um, I have a calendar, very simple. I use my calendar on my phone and my Strava, my running app, which is another practice, another tool that helps me to in stay out of performance mode, proving mode, and stay as who I am. So, on that note, what is one tool that you've been leaning on, but deep down you know is actually not helping you and is instead moving you or keeping you looped on that performance treadmill? What is it? What is something that you've inevitably, that has inevitably become something that keeps you performing and proving? So, I have something I want to share for you or share with you while we're while you're thinking about it, in the one of the most recent last video, the last video, I had teased that I had a guide called the 5 signs that you're in the strong black woman trap. And it's a guide that outlines the 5 most common that I've seen are the most common signs that high achieving women who are stuck on that performance loop demonstrate. And it became a thing as a result of women that are my clients or that I know asking what I mean by the what I mean by the strong black woman hook, KILLA NOS. And I said, this is what I mean. And so the guide became a thing because it really helps you to identify if you are, which you likely are, if you're attracted to me and my message, but it helps you to see in practical ways where you're showing up as that. And of course, once you see it, I always say you can't unsee it. I give you some things that you can do to start to unhook from it. So the link is somewhere below this video or in my channel description. But before I go though, I want you to think about this and just do a quick scan of where you are in your life and what things are your go-to to support your lifestyle, and if those things that you're using are actually helping you or hurting you. Are they causing you to remain to be the drama in your own life where you're continuing to feel unsafe as who you are and just carrying on with the societal and cultural programming that many of us have been on? Or are they allowing you at this stage of your life to really, really come back into yourself and live a life that is much more aligned with who you are and where you want to be? Because what I know for a fact is that at this stage, many of us have that feeling that something's off because of how we've been and how we're now that we're looking at, maybe if you're blessed, another 40, 50 less than years to go. That off feeling is causing you to sort of ponder, causing you to pause and ponder what is happening. Why, after all these levels of success? So what I wanted to say was, I lost my train of thought. A lot of us are at the peak of our careers, and so we're in as we try to wind down, what is also happening is we're coming more in tune with ourselves, and we're seeing that despite all the successes, despite where we are, there's a feeling of, is this all there is? There's a feeling that something's off, and that feeling of offness that feeling is actually your inner self telling you that there is more to life, and that this continual pursuit of things needs to be attached to something internal. So all that to say, get the guide, see where you are, look at the 5 signs, recognize where you are, which of them is evident in your life, and follow the steps um, to mitigating them or removing them from your life. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, just do a scan. Where are you performing? Where are you being inauthentic? Where is there a disconnect between what you say you want and what you're doing, or on the inside, who you are and what you're doing? Where is that showing up, and what tool is supporting you in doing that? I shall see you in the next video. Ciao. Get the guide and share this with someone else who you think may find it useful. Ciao.